Ang susunod na natin yung pag-uusapan ay tungkol sa algebraic substitution. So, anong ginagawa sa algebraic substitution? So, isulat ko muna algebraic. Ito natin yung kulay. Algebraic substitution. So, ang ginagawa sa algebraic substitution ay halimbawa, meron kang function na ganito yung itsura. So, let's say u is any f of x na function. So, sa u, okay, sa u, meron kang, let's say, polynomial o any equation. Yung degree nun ng u, degree of u is less than, tama ba? Yes, is less than or equal to the degree of the outside function. So, ano ba yung mga example ng mga ganito? No? Of the outside function. So, ano yung example niya? So, let's say meron kang x plus 3. So, dito, hindi ka kagad makakapag-apply ng u substitution kasi kapag dinifferentiate mo yan, meron, lagyan ng dx. Kapag dinifferentiate mo yung x plus 3, okay, wala namang x dx do, di ba? Unless kung yung u substitution mo, yun yung mag-apply ka ng change of variable. So, pwede yun, yung ganong u substitution. But, hindi mo pa pwedeng i-apply yung typical na u substitution. Another is kapag mas malaki yung degree ng outside function. So, kung naka-array siya sa 2, tapos x plus 3, okay, dx. So, mas malaki yung 2 kaysa 1. So, yun. Hindi mo pa pwede gamitin yung u substitution. So, ang gagamitin mo dyan ay algebraic. Okay? Pwede rin naman use substitution kapag mag-apply ka ng change of variable which we covered in an earlier video. Okay? So, what are the examples of that? Para mas maintindihan nyo. Okay. So, yung example nun, ay halimbawa, gusto mo i-integrate ay 3 times x minus 3 over 2 square root of 2x plus 1 dx. So, notice that yung mga x natin ay halos the same yung kanyang degree, the same yung kanyang exponent. So, pwede mo siyang applyan ng algebraic substitution. So, yung z natin, we will take the entire complicated function. So, z is usually the most complicated part of our function. And then, what's next after you get the z? You express the z in terms of the variable being integrated. So, how do you do that? You first transfer the square to the other side. So, z squared equals 2x plus 1, 2 times x plus 1. And then when you transpose 1 and divide both sides by 2, you will get x equals z squared minus 1 over 2. Okay? So, up to that, your final step for identifying yung mga isa-substitute mong value, okay, ay i-differentiate mo yung x. So, ito yung magiging dx equals what? Dx equals z dz. Why z dz? Kasi ito 1/2 kapag i-identify mo kung yung coefficient kung ano yung mismong function. So 1/2, and and then z squared minus 1. So, itong z squared, ang kanyang derivative ay 2 times z, and then you're going to cancel the coefficient 2 to 1/2, and it becomes 1. And then, yung 1 ay magiging, siyempre, constant rule ang derivative, so, magiging 0 siya. Okay? What's next? So, after you have the z, the x, and dx, magkakaroon ka na ng pwedeng i-substitute sa ating function. So, ito yung magiging 3. Yung x, syempre ito yung z squared minus 1 over 2. Okay, so z squared minus 1 over 2. And then we have minus 3 all over. Itong denominator natin ay, remember, it's z. And then our dx is the z d0 over there. So z dz, and then we're going to cancel this 2 z's. And then what's next? So after you do that, simplify mo na lang. Okay, so simplify mo na lang. Z squared minus 1 over 2 minus 3, and then of course the dz over there. Para mas makita nyo kung ano yung gagawin mo yung common denominator nila to 2. So ito yung magiging 3 times z squared minus 3, okay, all over 2 minus 6 over 2, and then there, no? And then we can see what we can do here, no? Constant multiple rules, so i-factor out mo yung 1/2, and then it goes outside the integral sign or the bulate. And then, syempre, minus 3, minus 6, combined like terms lang naman yan sa algebra. So, 3 times z squared minus 9 dz. And then, what's next is the simple power rule. So, kung ano yung exponent, yun din ang denominators. Pagkatapos, syempre, plus sign sa 1. So, 1/2, follow proper bracketing. So, z cubed over 3 minus 9z, okay, plus c. Lagi mo lalagyan ng plus c kapag nawala na yung bulate na sign. And then, what's next is to cancel 3, of course. And then, replacing z with what? With what value we substituted there. So, everything will become 1/2 2x plus 1, and then raised to 3 over 2 minus 9 over 2 square root of 2x plus 1 plus c. So here's your final answer for that problem. Okay. Now, you can try the change of variable na use substitution sa problem na to. I will leave that to you, but you should have the same answer as that one. No? So, finally, we'll try a harder problem. So, what's that harder problem? Okay, so ito ay y squared. Oops, what are you? Oh, alright. Y squared dy all over y plus 1 quantity squared. So, dito naman, of course, our usual step is to make z be the most complicated part of our function. So, it will become y plus 1 quantity squared. And then isolate y. So, it will become z square root of z, okay, equals y plus 1 square root yan, and then lipat mo yung 1. So, square root of z minus 1 equals y. And then, that's it for your y. How about the dy? So, yung dy natin, itong minus 1 ay magiging 0. Itong square root of z, you're just gonna follow the power rule sa yung derivative. So, it will become 1 half z raised to negative 1 half equals dy. So, ang gagawin mo ngayon, so, let's separate that. It's here. So, equal to sa yung y squared natin. Ano yung y natin? Yung y natin ay square root of z minus 1 quantity squared all over z. Siyempre, yung dy natin na magiging 1 half z raised to negative 1 half. Okay? And of course, don't forget dz. I forgot the dz. Oh my god, what a shame. Oh, what a shame. Okay. So, there, and then we have here the, of course, you're going to factor out the 1 half over there by constant multiple rule. So, expand this one, it will become z plus 1 minus 2 times square root of z. And then, of course, z raised to negative 1 over 2 minus 1. So, yun yung ginagawa sa mga exponents. So, yun ay magiging z raised to negative 3 over 2 dz. So, yun, didistribute mo na lang to, yung z raised to negative 3 over z raised to negative 3 over 2 sa bawat term. Okay? Para ma-apply mo na yung power rule. Favorite natin na power rule. Okay? 3 over 2. Of course, this is 1 half. And you're gonna add it to negative 3 over 2. So, it will become what? 2 times z raised to 2 times z raised to negative 1. And this is dz. Okay? So, ito, apply mo na lang ng power rule. And this one, meron tayong special identity para dyan. So, kapag, let's say, kapag hanapin mo yung x raised to negative 1 dx, di mo ba pwedeng applyan yung power rule para dyan kasi di ba mag-add tayo ng 1, so negative 1 plus 1, it will become 0, and then any number that is raised to 0 will become 1. So hindi po pwede yung power rule. What we can do is have a special identity instead, so which is ln of the absolute value of x plus c. So yun yung tatandaan nyo. So it will become 1 half, of course the proper bracketing, it will become z raised to 1 half, 1 half. Ito, ano lang yun eh, power rule lang. Okay, so malapit tayo matapos. There's a little bit more things to do. Okay? So, yeah. In-apply natin tong special ano. So, yan natin yung mga ganyan. Okay? So, ito, kapag dinistribute mo na yung 1 half sa bawat term, and then, of course, do simplifications. Okay, so it will become y plus 1. Okay. Y plus 1. And then, y plus 1. Kasi, di ba, kapag square root and then squared yan, makakancel. Squared. So, magiging y plus 1 minus 1 over y plus 1 minus ln, ba't may 2 kagad to? Ay, kasi makakancel yung 2, makakancel pala yan. So, become yung z natin syempre ay magiging y plus 1. Yun yung ating z value sa z. And then meron tayong special na naman yung rule. So kapag mayroon kang ln a raised to x, ibababaw mo lang yung x na kapan, so magiging x ln a, diba? So ito, our final answer is y plus 1 minus 1 over y plus 1 minus 2. Of course, that's our x in this form, no? This form, and ln y plus 1 plus 6. So that's our final answer. So let me just, yun yung naka-blue. Okay, so to highlight it, let's box it. I-box natin siya. And then, that's it. So you can try the use substitution and change of variable na method, and then you should come up with the same answer.